Welcome back to another video. Let's talk about my view on champions mindset or mentality, whichever you want to call it. Let's get right to it. Remember to click on the notification for upcoming videos. Champions mindset by my view on it. Whoever, in a lot of times it could be a sport or in school or what you're doing in life or whatever. Having that type of mindset is important because, especially if you're the type of person that goes through a lot of adversities and obstacles and all those things, to have that mindset to be like, screw it, I don't give a crap what I'm up against. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And to have that mindset, it just comes down to being resilient. For me personally, it just came down to me be resilient and persevere and also outdoing myself and all those things. And well, you guys can comment down below if you think I have a champions mindset or not. If you ask me, you guys can comment down below. But yeah, I mean, because back in high school days, even when I was doing creationist with those bullying things, I just went on my afterwards, like, and the person thinking I couldn't do X, Y, and Z because of whatever. You know what I mean? I just pushed through. I said, see, when it comes down to knowing yourself to a point where you know what you're capable of. So, irrespective of what the naysayers may say about you, and when you know what you're capable of, you act accordingly. And during high school, it came down to me, be resilient and persevere to whatever. And one part I did outdo myself was when in high school, I wanted to top a class one time, but to do it from 7 to 9 for 8 times, I only came second at once. It's like, wow. And another time I was doing creation in that the bullying, all of that, the confrontation within that man. And only you can stop yourself. And as I go on, when I reflect about it, you're your own biggest obstacle. So if you can overcome yourself, then whatever obstacle you're up against, then you know what I'm saying. So ultimately, went downhill on most of my CSS subjects. But another thing about champions mindset is that mentality is when you're down, do you stay there or you get back up and keep going? And yeah, there were plenty of times during that fun, I was sure I would get back up or I would continue, but somehow I found a way to do. And have a person encourage you within that span helps as well, and you along with encouraging yourself, got to know how to do that as well. You know what I mean? Because things will get rough and things can get dicey. And going to college, you have feeling everything, but how easy that was, well, what college really tested the most is how easy it really was. Even though the resiliency was there. So really, I think after I did college, we proved without a doubt that, yeah, it was legit the whole time. As things get harder, your resiliency and perseverance get tested more and more as it's going on. You know what I mean? And to not to go through that and then outdo yourself within a span too. Most cases, for me, it will come down to me outdoing myself in many certain situations, whether it's social situations, whether it be a retreat camp or going to big social events, and find myself to outdo myself, and during that time in college, and that was my toughest issue I ever faced, and to do what I did. And when I got that first trophy, I realized, oh my goodness me. I outdid myself because I didn't see myself in the baseball trophy. So I know it comes down to what of work. Well, for me, it will come down to me doing myself yet again because I even going to the retreat, the National Youth Retreat this year. It's gonna come down to that, just doing myself just the same. So yeah, my view of it is that whoever has that mindset is going to achieve big things consistently. Because one of the things you got to have when you have that mindset is consistency. no matter what, irrespective. And when you're entering competition in sports, the competition tends to get evolve as you go along. So to keep, because it's irrespective of what you're up against, or your competition aren't getting easier. It's telling you, no, and to keep going, no matter how many times you're down, and you keep getting back up. And also I realized too, it doesn't matter how many times you go down, it's really how many times you can get back up. And to be able to get back up many times, even though for me personally I've been on a break of once or twice or many times, even in college experience, and even before that, but most of college because I put me in many of those situations more than high school did. And high school did that too, but not to the degree that college did. And to keep it back up consistently, it's like, you know what I'm saying? So one of the things a champion is supposed to have is never give up attitude. Gotta have that never giving up attitude thing. I gotta have courage too. And over years, my courage has been up there. Well, mine was up there too, but as I go along and to wouldn't be like, you know what? I'm gonna be myself first, but I'm gonna. And yes, being myself is cool, but then I have to come out to the comfort zone and all those things and being like, well, not this way, but this situation here, and you gotta have that mindset to evolve. Be yourself, but you gotta evolve while being who you are. You know what I mean? So it's like, well, cause you gotta grow in order to improve. You gotta grow and improve on everything. So when you like, when I do champions mindset, to my perspective is that into the willingness to want to improve and not to stay where you're at. So say you play a game and you win the game, you should always feel like you can get better. Even if you on a winning streak, you should always feel like you can get better. You can play better than what you played previously, or all those things. You gotta believe that you can play better no matter what. And if you lose, which losing sucks and it happens, but you gotta believe you can bounce back from losing and all those things. And you know what I'm saying? So, and for me, I've learned how to take losing over time. I've learned to bounce back from losing, whether I'm playing a game or whatever, or put the bounce back. And the process of bounce back and everything, and part of the person whose resilient is to know to bounce back, no matter, you know what I mean, and to never give up hope and everything. You know what I mean? So, and even when I went to the Congress this year, yeah, it was a lot at times where it was alright, good. So it was challenging. But nevertheless, I think they all that ups and downs stop me from keeping going and everything. You know what I mean? And I guess there were plenty of moments where I could have been like, you know what, not going to any more of these national social events, man, because man, shoot. But I don't know. I mean, it takes the willingness to want to keep going. The will. The will gotta be strong because when things don't get easier, well, things aren't gonna get easier. If you're willing to keep going very strong, then it doesn't make you find yourself on the break of giving up or throwing the towel or you know what I mean. And the will, and then if you have, you know, right by your side, so it's like so. It, it'll be a lot of situations where it'll be like, how the heck I keep doing what I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, when you have that never giving up attitude and you have that mindset where you can persevere. And for me personally, not only about the challenges too, before I get that for about the challenges, you have two type of challenges I believe. You have one of those challenges where you can build the best out of you, because that's what challenges are supposed to do. But you also have other ones, strategies that can really break you. If you can come up from challenges like that consistently, man, you're built differently. Either or, but especially if you face constant challenges that that wants to break you, and you keep overcoming it, and you keep defying odds, you build differently. And as of going on, to overcome the challenge I have overcame and everything, and to overcome a lot of barriers too. And irrespective of those things, obstacles, just challenges will be there. But if you overcome challenge obstacles and a lot of barriers, and you define a lot of odds along the journey, and you overcome challenges that are there to break you consistently, it's like, I mean, it was like for me after a while, I'm like, man, I must be built differently, cause man, you know what I mean? So. Well, like I said, you guys can comment down below about if you think I have a Chinese mindset and everything, mentality, Chinese mindset slash mentality. So, and yes, there's times when my mentality get questioned too, but I think sometimes my mentality get underestimated because the truth is, if I was mentally weak, how the heck I make it far? I'm just saying. So, for another video, so I can subscribe to my YouTube channel, click on the notification for upcoming videos.